Welcome back. Today, we explore the value of these top 8 most valuable copper wheat pennies that could be in your pocket change. Let's get started. Our first coin on the list is the 1927 Abraham Lincoln Wheat 1 cent with the D mint mark, often considered one of the more historically significant and valuable coins within the wheat penny series. This particular coin, while in dirty condition, still holds significant value in the world of coin collectors. But what makes it so valuable? Let's dive into its history and examine how collectors view this coin. The 1927 Lincoln Wheat penny was minted during a period of relative economic stability in the United States following the First World War. The coin itself is a part of the larger Lincoln Wheat penny series, which was produced from 1909 to 1958. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the iconic wheat reverse design and Lincoln obverse would go on to become one of the most recognizable coin designs in American numismatic history. The 1927 D wheat penny features the familiar design of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, facing right. The reverse showcases 2 wheat stalks, framing the inscription Pluribus Unum on 1 cent. The D mint mark indicates that this particular coin was minted at the Denver Mint in Colorado. The year 1927's is positioned below Lincoln's bust. What stands out about the 1927 D mint mark coin is that while it's a regular issue, its condition plays a significant role in determining its value. Now, let's talk about market value. You might be wondering how much a coin in dirty condition could be worth. Well, the 1927 D wheat penny, in its low to mid-grade condition, typically sees auction prices ranging from $51,000 depending on its specific wear and condition. However, even in a dirty or somewhat worn state, the coin has attracted substantial interest due to its relatively lower mintage. In fact, it's not as common as some might think. The 1927 D Lincoln Wheat penny had a mintage of approximately 30 million coins, which is considered a moderate mintage for the series. However, it's crucial to note that this coin, like many from the 1920s, is much rarer in high grades. Due to this, it garners strong interest from collectors seeking specific mint marks and high-condition coins for their collections. Some collectors value this coin even in dirty condition, as the demand for rare mint marks increases over time. In uncirculated condition, this coin can fetch well over $100, and in rare cases, it can even surpass $200, particularly if it has been professionally cleaned or restored. The dirty condition can affect the value, but it's important to note that some collectors actually prefer coins with character or those that have a story behind them. Additionally, some coins, depending on their condition, may even reveal errors such as slight die cracks or off-center strikes, which can elevate their value significantly. Collectors who specialize in the wheat penny series often seek out the 1927 D wheat penny for its rarity, especially as it becomes more difficult to find in top-tier condition. The D mint mark is of particular interest to those building a collection with a focus on the various mint locations. As for errors, some 1927 D pennies exhibit minor flaws like die cracks or repunched mint marks, which can further increase their desirability and value. Next up, we have the 1916 Lincoln Wheat 1 cent without a mint mark, another fascinating coin that's highly sought after by collectors. While it may appear in dirty condition in many cases, its value in the market can still be impressive. Let's explore why this coin holds such significance and how much it's worth today. The 1916 Lincoln Wheat penny is part of the earlier years of the wheat penny series, produced between 1909 and 1958. The coin was released at a time of great change in the United States, as the country had just entered World War. The Lincoln Wheat penny was first introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, making it the first U.S. coin to feature a historical figure on its up. As with other coins in the series, the 1916 Lincoln Wheat penny features Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, facing right, with the reverse showing 2 wheat stalks framing the denomination. The lack of a mint mark indicates that this coin was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, the primary mint for most U.S. coinage during that time. While this particular coin may be in dirty condition, it remains one of the most valuable Lincoln Wheat pennies, even in lower grades. So, what's the market value of a 1916 penny in such a state? Well, a coin in fair condition can command prices in the $79,400 range. However, as with many coins, higher-grade examples can fetch a lot more. The 1916 Lincoln Wheat penny had a mintage of 246 million coins, which is a high mintage for a coin from that era. However, high mintage does not necessarily mean low value. The demand for this coin is driven by collectors who specialize in early 20th century Lincoln pennies, particularly those without a mint mark. In better condition, particularly in fine or very fine grades, the value of the 1916 coin can exceed $50. And if it's in an uncirculated or mint state condition, the value can soar past $88,300 depending on the auction or private sale. Moreover, collectors often focus on finding coins in mint state or with particular features such as errors or double die varieties. While the 1916 penny is not widely known for significant minting errors, some double die or burst errors do exist and can increase the value substantially. Next up, let's take a closer look at one of the most coveted coins among collectors. The 1934 Abraham Lincoln Wheat 1 cent. While not as rare as some of the earlier years in the Wheat penny series, the 1934 large date without the mint mark stands out for its unique blend of rarity and historical significance. Minted in Philadelphia, the 1934 Lincoln penny without a mint mark is part of a larger series of pennies that were produced from 1909 to 1958. This specific coin, with its large date and simple yet elegant design, captures the essence of the early 20th century. During the early 1930s, the United States was deep in the Great Depression, and these pennies were often used for everyday transactions. As the economy was in decline, many coins from this era show signs of wear and tear due to heavy circulation. Despite this, the 1934 Lincoln cent is considered one of the more common wheat pennies from the 1930s. But it still holds a special place in collectors' hearts due to its clean design and historical ties to a tumultuous time in American. The design of the 1934 Lincoln cent remains virtually unchanged since its creation by sculptor Victor David Brenner in 1909. On the obverse, you'll find the famous image of President Abraham Lincoln with his distinctive beard and high cheekbones. The reverse features two wheat stalks surrounding the inscription 1 cent, which symbolizes the agricultural foundation of the United States. The font and overall appearance of this coin remained largely consistent throughout its minting years. In total, around 247 million 1934 Lincoln pennies were minted in Philadelphia, but its rarity in higher grades, especially in fine condition, significantly increases its value in today's market. A well-preserved 1934 Lincoln penny without a mint mark can fetch anywhere from $91,000 depending on its grade, with fine examples attracting higher bids in auctions. This makes the coin a great entry point for collectors who are looking for a solid investment in vintage pennies. However, the auction market for these coins can fluctuate depending on the condition and demand. In 2023, an exceptional 1934 Lincoln penny in fine condition fetched over $94,000 in a highly. Some 1934 pennies are known for having minting errors, including off-center strikes and doubled die varieties, which can increase their value even further. The market for error coins is always strong, as collectors search for these unique specimens to add to their collections. Whether you're a history buff or a coin collector, the 1934 Lincoln penny without a mint mark is a valuable and intriguing piece. Its status as a symbol of the Great Depression, combined with its enduring design, makes it a treasure worth holding onto for years to come. Next up on our list is the 1938 Abraham Lincoln Wheat penny with the D mint mark, minted in Denver. This coin is a favorite among collectors, not only because of its relatively low mintage, but also because of its historical ties to the pre-World War II. While the 1938 penny may not be as rare as some of the earlier wheat pennies, its status as a key date in the series, especially with the Denver mint mark, makes it highly desirable to collectors today. In 1938, The United States was experiencing a period of economic recovery after the Great Depression. President Franklin D. Roosevelt had introduced the New Deal, which aimed to bring the country back from the economic brink. These pennies were circulating alongside other coins that represented the stability and renewal of the U.S. The obverse design features a portrait of Abraham Lincoln, just like other wheat pennies, but the reverse showcases two wheat stalks with the motto Pluribus Unum inscribed at the top. The D mint mark indicates that it was struck in Denver, which was one of the 3 mints in operation at the time. Interestingly, coins minted in Denver tend to have sharper details due to the different striking process, making these specimens particularly prized by collectors. With a mintage of just over 30 million 1938 D pennies, they are relatively scarce compared to their Philadelphia counterparts. A circulated version in good condition typically sells for around $49,500, but as the coin is in fine condition, its value can rise to around $56,200 in auctions. In recent auctions, a well-preserved 1938 D penny has sold for as much as $59,000, highlighting the demand for high-quality examples. Like the 1934 penny, the 1938 D penny also has its share of errors. Collectors specifically seek out coins with doubled die errors, off-center strikes, and repunched mint marks. These varieties can command a premium, often doubling or tripling the value of the base coin. The 1938 Lincoln penny with the D mint mark is a standout piece in the wheat penny series. With its solid mintage and collector interest in higher quality examples, this coin remains a favorite among those looking to expand their. Next up, the 1927 Lincoln wheat cent is a key piece for collectors of early 20th century US coins, and in the specific condition of lamination damage, its market value becomes especially intriguing. This coin, produced by the US Mint, was part of the long-running wheat cent series, which was introduced in 1909 and remained in circulation until 1958. The wheat cent features a classic obverse design, with Abraham Lincoln's portrait facing right, surrounded by the inscription "In God We Trust and the Year." The reverse of the coin is distinguished by the pair of wheat stalks that flank the words 1 cent and a pluribus unum. This design is iconic in American coinage history and became synonymous with the era of industrial growth, recovery following World War. The 1927 Lincoln wheat cent was minted in Philadelphia with a mintage of around 118 million coins. At the time, the US economy was transitioning from a post-WE recession, and the coin's design reflected the optimistic spirit of the Roaring Twenties. However, in lamination damage condition, this coin's story takes on an entirely different aspect. Lamination errors occur when layers of the coin's surface peel off or flake away, often due to improper alloy mixing during production. This can give the coin a rough, distressed appearance that greatly impacts its aesthetic and functional quality. While these damaged coins are often seen as less desirable, they attract error coin collectors who see value in the rarity and uniqueness of these flaws. In today's auction market, a 1927 Lincoln wheat cent with lamination damage can fetch a significant price, especially when in better overall condition despite the damage. The value ranges significantly depending on the extent of the damage and the overall appearance of the coin. A good to fine condition lamination error coin could be valued at anywhere $50,000, while better examples or those with more noticeable lamination flaws might command up to $112,000 or more. Collectors are often drawn to coins with such errors due to their rarity and the stories they tell about the minting process. Error coins like this one attract attention at auctions and coin shows, where enthusiasts value the piece's authenticity and story behind the mistake. As demand for error coins increases, so does the potential for higher market values. Lamination damage is a relatively rare error that occurs during the production of a coin, and the 1927 Lincoln wheat cent stands out as an interesting example of this type of flaw. The rarity and visual interest it brings make it highly collectible among enthusiasts of mint errors, and the potential for higher prices at auction gives it an edge in terms of value. Many collectors look for these coins to fill gaps in their collections or to diversify with more unusual specimens. Next up, the 1937 Lincoln Wheat cent with the large date and S mint mark is a key date coin for many collectors of the wheat cent series. The large date variety, in particular, is distinct from the small date variety, which was produced in the same year, making it a unique and collectible piece. The S mint mark indicates that this coin was minted in San Francisco, one of the 3 U.S. mint locations that produced coins at the time. The 1937 Lincoln Wheat cent features a portrait of Abraham Lincoln, one of the most recognized figures in U.S. history, which adds to its historical allure. The 1937 wheat cent was minted during the midst of the Great Depression. The U.S. economy was struggling to recover from the economic collapse of 1929, and the coin's design reflected a sense of national pride. The mintage of the 1937 S large date Lincoln cent was relatively high, with over 40 million pieces struck, which makes this coin more accessible than other rarer years. However, when found in circulated, dirty condition, the coin's value tends to be less than higher-grade specimens, though it still remains highly valuable for collectors seeking specific years or varieties. The large date features a more pronounced, bigger 7 in the year. The Lincoln portrait is prominently displayed. The back features the classic wheat stalks and 1 cent inscription. The S mint mark signifies the coin was minted in San Francisco, circulated with noticeable dirt and wear, reducing overall value but still sought after for its variety. In today's market, a 1937 S large date wheat cent in circulated, dirty condition can fetch around $25,000 depending on the extent of wear and dirt present on the coin. While not considered rare, it is still an important piece for collectors of wheat cents, particularly those focusing on specific mint marks and dates. If the coin were cleaned, the value could diminish, as collectors often prefer untouched coins that retain their original patina. For collectors, the 1937 S large date offers a unique challenge, finding a well-preserved example despite the high mintage and widespread circulation. Because it's not a low mintage coin, but still a key variety, it finds its place in a variety of collections, and its value fluctuates based on the coin's overall condition and its appeal at auction. Though the coin is not an error coin by definition, the large date variety is a significant distinction in the 1937 wheat cent series, attracting a specialized group of collectors who focus on year and mint mark varieties. The dirty condition of many circulated examples adds to the challenge of acquiring high-quality specimens. The coin's historical significance and design appeal make it an enduring favorite among collectors who seek it for its rarity and Next up, the 1945 Lincoln Wheat penny is one of the most recognized coins in U.S. numismatics, primarily due to its long-standing status as a staple in both everyday circulation and as a highly collected. But what makes the 1945 version stand out in particular, especially the one without a mint mark, lies not only in its design, but also in its condition and rarity in certain grades. The Lincoln Wheat penny, designed by Victor David Brenner, was first introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It continued in circulation until 1958, when it was replaced by the Lincoln Memorial Cent. During its long run, the wheat penny design saw many variations, with the most notable being the different mint marks that distinguish coins produced at different U.S. mint facilities. For the 1945 penny, the coin was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, which did not include a mint mark. 1945, in particular, marked the end of World War II, and this event brought significant changes to the U.S. economy and coin production. After the war, there was a major shift in production, with coins becoming more readily available due to increased demand and the economic boom following the conflict. The 1945 Lincoln pennies were minted in large quantities, making most of them relatively common. However, when it comes to high-value examples, the ones in extraordinary condition or with rare traits, such as the red coloration in a worn state, tend to grab the most attention. The design of the 1945 Lincoln penny remained consistent with the original issue, featuring President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and 2 stalks of wheat on the reverse design symbolized the agricultural foundation of the United States, with Lincoln's visage providing a reminder of his historical importance in the American Civil War and his role in emancipating the slaves. The 1945 penny's lack of a mint mark is particularly important. This minting choice means the coin was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, unlike its counterparts minted in Denver and San Francisco. For many collectors, this lack of a mint mark can be a key indicator when assessing the rarity of a coin, despite the fact that most 1945 pennies are considered common. When evaluating the value of a 1945 wheat penny, several factors come into play. Despite the large mintage, certain versions of the coin can command impressive prices, especially if they are in mint or near-mint condition. The 1945 penny in red color, which refers to the reddish hue of a well-preserved copper penny, is a particular favorite. However, the dirty condition you're inquiring about means that its surface is not pristine, which can lower. Still, even in such a state, a 1945 Lincoln penny with strong red characteristics and minimal tarnishing or corrosion could fetch between $317,000 at auction, depending on specific factors such as surface wear, any oxidation, or discoloration. Despite being in dirty condition, there is still a segment of the market where collectors might focus on coins with minor imperfections but significant historical relevance. This value is further impacted by the ever-evolving interest in American coinage as a collectible market. These pieces have also seen their values rise due to the broader trend of numismatics gaining more attention globally, especially during economic uncertainty. Thanks for joining us. Happy collecting!